Alright, what up guys? My name's Joy. So I didn't get to post a video on the 21st. Still trying to finish up the birthday stuff, but and some other things with life going on. So I'm gonna post the video today on the 22nd, talking about E3 and my overall thoughts on E3. Now I kind of covered like Battlefront 2, Anthem. I'm not gonna go over Destiny 2. Don't care for that game. That's not a new game. That's just a sequel to a shitty game already. Battlefront 2, not excited for. It looks promising, but it is EA, so can't really trust EA anymore. They just try to milk their franchises. Uh, Overall, I just wasn't really impressed with E3. I watched the Microsoft conference, and then I watched the Sony one. I heard Bethesda's conference was laughable at best. It was just crap. So I didn't watch that one. And then Ubisoft, from what everyone was telling me, and I saw it on YouTube as well, had a pretty good conference, but they just basically took their whole, like, they went back in time, right? Like, Ubisoft went back and they're like, oh, you remember that Assassin's Creed pirate game, Black Flag, that was really a big hit with everybody? Well, now we're going to make other games with the same concept, except we're not going to call them Assassin's Creed because we have nothing new to offer and we have no originality. So, yeah, let's just make another pirate game. Why not? So, E3 was ultimately, to me, a complete and total fucking failure. It was a mess. And because my birthday just happened, you get gifts for your birthday, right? Usually when you get older, you want money. I don't really ask for much for my birthday, but most people just give me money for my birthday or for something that involves something around me. So I got my birthday, I get some money, and I go on the PlayStation Store, and there's nothing to spend it on. So it's just like, oh, okay, well, I'm fucking, gonna turn this shitty console off. And I own an Xbox One, but I never play it either. It's sitting there. I mean, I'm on my PC, for crying out loud, guys. Like, I mean, look at this. I've converted to PC right now because it's just better. There's nothing to play on my console that I want to play. Like, there's nothing. If I do play a game on my console, it's going to be like a $20 game, right? It's not going to be like a AAA, like, and when I say a $20 game, it's still a AAA game, but it's been, like, reduced in price because it was either a failure or it doesn't matter. It's just something to play. There's, like, none of the current games that are $60 are worth my damn time. And then all the games coming out that were shown at E3 either don't come out till, like, the end of the year or in 2018. And by then, I would have gotten paid like 5 times already. So it doesn't really matter, like, at that point, because I have birthday money now and I don't want anything because there's nothing to fucking play. So with that, I've been playing this game. I've been playing this game a lot. As you can see, I recently just got my Revan set for this game. So what I did was I started this game up after years of not playing it, and in the first week, I did everything in my power to make 150 million credits. That's how much the set cost on the auction house. So that was my goal, right? Make 150 million credits. I succeeded in that goal, and I bought the Revan set. And I actually still have a couple million left over, so I'm completely fine on money. I also was able to get some awesome mounts from Hypercrates and all that other stuff as well. And yeah, I got a couple command flares that I sold, a bunch of armor sets I sold, uppers, lowers, full sets, etc. All to get the Revan set. Now that I have the Revan set, I'm really happy. I think it's really cool. But this is the game I've been playing. Oh, yes, and we got the Unstable Peacemaker Saber as well. We got one of those. We got the Dulcimere Rancor, the Command Chair, Dominator's Command Throne. We got the Nathium Syspawn. We got all these really cool items in the game. We got the Command Walker. We got everything. So just came back and we've already got a shit ton of stuff. The point I'm trying to make though is I shouldn't have to play a game from 2011 to have fun anymore, right? With games. Hell, I've even recently on YouTube I've gone back because the Capcom's announcing the Monster Hunter game, which I come to find out it might be an MMO, so you might have to pay like a monthly subscription to play it. Which if it's optimized properly, I don't mind that. But if it's not optimized, I'm not gonna pay for a game that's running like a beta. So, which is kind of hypocritical already because I kind of still am playing a game that's in beta after 7 years. But aside from that, right? I've gone back and I've been watching Monster Hunter on the PlayStation 2, like people playing it with no commentary. I've watched old gameplays of the original Battlefront and Battlefront 2 on PS2, the good Battlefront games. So I've gone back and I'm watching all those. I've been also looking at Knights of the Old Republic, like the first game and then the second game, and I'm thinking about picking up those as well. So when I do get paid, my Xbox might get some use because I'll be probably going back. I know Knights isn't on the Xbox yet, but I know Force Unleashed and stuff is, so I might pick those up as well. I mean, ultimately, guys, I'd rather play older games because they're better. Like, there's just nothing to play. There's nothing new out that screams play me on a regular basis, right? That's a shame. Like, that is really just disgusting when you think about it. And so I'm playing this, and I'm playing this for now, and then, if I get bored of this, I'll probably go play something else that's, 2005, 2004 game, because there's just nothing good, like, at all. There's just nothing. I did hear Republic Commando, the Star Wars Commando game on the old Xbox, the original Xbox, will probably get an HD version, maybe, but it's not made by the people who made it. It's like a company doing some stuff to it or whatever. I don't remember what they're doing. They're like using a program and making it look better, and they're fixing it up. But that's all fan service stuff, right? That's because people care about that franchise and whatnot, so they're taking the time to do that. But the point I'm trying to make, guys, is there's just nothing to play on current gen consoles right now. I haven't booted up my PS4. I booted it up today. And I downloaded the Battlefield 1 nighttime patch, and then I exited the application just so I could access my multiplayer features, right? And then I loaded up Warframe and downloaded their update and turned off that app. And then I looked at all my other games. I got Andromeda downloaded. I loaded it up, realized that it's boring as shit, turned it off. Then I could go to my library. What do I got in my library? I got Battlefront, EA. I got all this other junk crap in my library. Assassin's Creed, which I've beaten, so many times that it's not even funny anymore. Hardline, which nobody plays. I mean, the list goes on. I've got all the AAA games. They're just all fucking cash grabs, though. They're not even fun to play. They're boring as shit, and they're just a giant cash shop. That's what they're trying to do, so... pretty much given up on AAA games. And so David right now is actually out. We're spending some of that birthday money right now, and he's gonna go pick up chicken and fucking soda. And maybe when he gets back, I'll have something else to play. But right now, I've been enjoying this. They have an event in this game right now called the Nightlife event. It's kind of like Vegas. So aside from the cartel market, you can also gamble in the game, which I think is kind of a slap in the face to players, to be honest, but whatever. And you can spend, like, your money in this game on the Nightlife event, and, try to win prizes at the slots if you want. You can win, I think you can win a Rancor, some other speeder mounts, and, what's it called? Oh, there's like a new companion you go into. But there's a couple things you can win. You can get golden certificates too and save those up, and then you can buy mount in question or whatever that you want to buy if you save them up. So now, as far as this game goes, the gearing process I'm not really a fan of. I prefer the old Ilum way. I think it was more engaging and more fun. But I guess over 7 years, they've made it somehow worse. You have this thing called Command XP, which is basically an XP bar once you cap out at 70. 70 is the max level. And you just grind the Command XP until you reach rank like 300, which for all, if you have different characters, that's actually a con. So, because then it's not shared between your characters. There is a booster in your legacy, I guess you can get, but that really doesn't help when you need 300 Command XP just to get that boost in your legacy. So it, again, doesn't really help if you're not 300. So a newer player coming to the game who might subscribe for a month is not only behind, but then they have to grind out 300 XP on one character, and then they can buy that legacy perk and do it on another. So it's just BioWare making dumb mistakes again. Why are we not surprised at this point? So it's like every dev is doing this though, right? Like it's not just BioWare, guys. It's every developer is doing this shit. I watched Need for Speed at E3. I wasn't impressed. Compared to the trailer they showed, I think the trailer actually was more exciting than what they showed at E3 for Need for Speed, because it literally looks like a ripoff from the Fast movies, like Fast and Furious 1, and then like Ghost Recon Wildland Convoys. Like, it's just a ripoff of all that shit without the guns. So, that, and there were so many Michael Bay explosions in that reveal, too, for Need for Speed. Do you guys see that? Like, the road was just blowing up. Like, there were imaginary explosions just popping out of thin air. Like, what? So, I'm not a fan of the new Need for Speed. Unless, I mean, it could be good, and I hope it is good, but from what I saw at the reveal, too many slow, when a car got damaged, it would do a burnout, like, slow-mo thing that, if that happens every time you hit a car, I'm gonna get annoyed. Like, no lie, I'm gonna get fucking annoyed. Like, I'll be racing down a track, I'll bump into an enemy car, and then, slow motion, Michael Bay explosion. Yeah, no, I'm not sold on that. I think that's stupid. So yeah, nothing really to play. I'm going to pick up the Force Unleashed and Force Unleashed 2. I didn't really like 2. I felt it was too short, to be honest. It was still an okay game. The first one's pretty good. And then I'm going to pick up Battlefront 1 and 2 on Steam. See if they'll run on my PC. And I'll try to stream those or show gameplay of those. And then I'm going to pick up Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2 as well. And I'm going to play through those and put those on my channel so you guys can watch those. No new games, though, are getting my money. At all. Right now. And that's not even the issue. I've got money to spend, and there's just nothing that I want. So that's kind of my rant on E3. Let me know you guys' thoughts in the comments. Are you excited for anything that's been announced at E3? Like, keep it real. I mean, we got Spider-Man, God of War. I'm not a fan of God of War anymore. God of War has been done 4 times almost already, with Chains of Olympus and all the PSP games to, God of War 1, 2, and 3. I think after 3 with the Greek gods, it should have ended right there, and then they just went to the Viking lands and said, here's your son. Like, what? Nobody was alive in the Greek world. How did he have a son? Did he fuck a bear in the barbarian lands or something? Like, what the fuck? So, it just doesn't fit Kratos. It doesn't fit the storyline. It doesn't fit the timeline. And it feels out of place. So, not a fan of that. Spider-Man. Man, I played Spider-Man on PS2 back in the day when the movies were out. You remember the old Spider-Man games on PS2? They were actually good. Yeah, I played those. And they were good, but I'm not looking forward to another fucking Spider-Man game. I'm sorry. And Insomniac, nothing against you. You guys make great Ratchet and Clank games, but Spider-Man's been done to death. I'm fucking sick of seeing Spider-Man everywhere. Hell, I'm sick of seeing Batman and Wonder Woman everywhere. I don't need Spider-Man everywhere. I've seen him too many times too. So I'm just kind of done. with all that crap. What else? Battlefront 2. We've seen multiplayer. They've talked a little bit about single player, but is it going to be longer than 7 hours? Is it going to be engaging like the old school Battlefront games on the PS2 that I've mentioned? Or is it going to be complete shit like the first EA's Battlefront? My guess is the latter. I'm going to assume it's going to be shit because I have no faith in that game. Destiny 2, when you compare it to Anthem, Anthem just looks better. And it's BioWare. You already know it's going to be better. I don't care if you say graphic downgrade or whatnot. The fact is, look at Andromeda, look at Destiny 1, compare the two. Anthem's already going to destroy Destiny in the graphical department. Now, in the gameplay department and the longevity of said game, if it doesn't live up to its hype, it could ultimately fail like The Division. Sure, granted. But I'm not excited for Destiny 2, and I'm meh on Anthem. Like, I want to like Anthem, but at the same time, I can't really trust BioWare. So, what else do we have? We have... God, I don't even know what Need for Speed we've already covered. Nothing. Fucking nothing, dude. I can't even think off the top of my head what really just stood out to me at E3. Like, that's how bad it was. So, that's my thoughts on it, guys. My name's been Joy. If you want to see more gameplay of the Old Republic, let me know in the comments. I still need to do a video describing where I don't like this game, and giving you guys a complete review of it. It's a 2011 game, though, so you figure in 7 years it should get better. But I will do a video regarding the Old Republic, what I like and dislike, and a little bit more of a detailed explanation in the next video. I've already kind of covered a little bit here with Command XP, but if you want to see more gameplay of it, let me know. Until then, guys, catch you next time. My name's Enjoy. Have a good one. Oh, wait, wrong one. Whoops.